hiyo kusema rais amededi.
Yes.
Okay.
Akusema rais amededi, alisema
picha ilikuwa posted wakainterpret.
Alisema President Ruto live in home. Akusema Ruto is dead. Alisema President Ruto literally, if that FlexiSpy is installed in your gadget, it can alter the data on that device. So ulisema uko hapa, they can alter your geolocation ionyeshe uko at another crime scene, wakuframe ulikuwa hapo committing something. A lot, yes. In my opinion. Kama unaweza vunja simu. Yeah. Okay. Ama ufanye kai smartphone, kuna venye unaweza adjust such that if you press this thing in 3 or 4 quick successions, it sends an alert.
Iko
nini.
Yeah, so vilona cheki jo, tuko na Nick hapa ni wa moja wa the BBC 4. Yes, so tunasemaga after the Cherera 4 came the BBC 4, si ndio? Alafu pia tuko na Ian Mutiso ndio lawyer wa kina Nick. Of course kesi yao bado inaendelea. Kama mkumbuke kina Nick ni wale wase inasemekana walikuwa involved kwa the shooting of the documentary ile ilionyesha kuwa both the police and the KDF walikuwa involved in killing protesters back in hiyo ni last year. So baadaye wakabaki wamechukuliwa, alafu Ian akabaki step up with the legal representation, na hizi kesi bado zinaendelea. So what's the latest from hii kesi?
Today we were just in court.
Yes.
The reason we went to court ilikuwa kufind out kama the state rather gava kama ita charge these 4 guys na easy false publication.
Yes.
So of course I show up.
So what's the charge?
Basically kwa the charge sheet wanasema the offense is false publication.
Yes.
Now they are assuming that these 4 guys ndo wali make your documentary na wakai publish through the social media. And now because that documentary is false, they're charging them for false publication.
Okay. Yeah. But the documentary itself appeared on BBC, socials, TV, and everywhere else. Are they charging BBC in any way?
No, nobody in BBC is being charged. Nobody. Okay. And mind you, by the way, ukumbuke BBC all the come wakasema my clients had no part in the making or the publication of the documentary. So it unajiuliza what's the state like doing inataka nini na wase. Yeah.
Okay. Damn, hiyo nene. So kesi mshaenda ni Monday. What happened on Monday?
So hata before nikushow nini ilifanyika leo, these guys were arrested on 2nd May.
Yes.
Within about 18 hours, they were in different police stations. 2 were in Muthaiga, alafu 2 walikuwa Pango. Walishikwa, gadgets zao zikadetainiwa.
Yes.
By DCI. Hawakuwa na search warrants. Ile ni kumaanisha ka cop anataka kuchukua device yako, lazima ende kotini achukue court order, and you have permission to go and take that private citizens gadgets.
Yes.
Ka hakuna kara wanaweza kama hapa achukue gadgets zako without a court order.
Yes.
That's the first thing. So walichukua gadgets zao without the court order. Walikama wakaenda kuregularize hiyo story the next coming week. So wakakana gadgets from 2nd May until 10th July.
Yes.
So during that period, mi nilikuwa naifuatilia 70 days going back and forth, filing applications in court, anticipatory bail, nini until nika get orders ya kucompel the DCI officers or release hizo gadgets to them. So hiyo 10th July ndo waliwarudishia.
Yeah.
Mi nikasho kina Nick, sikizeni, kuna rumors tangu 2024 hizi protest.
Yes.
Say wanafanyia vitu hizi gadgets.
Yeah.
Msizitumie. Do hivi, tuzieke poa. Achani tafute mse. Kama afanye forensic analysis nini. Kuna as advocates, kuna a good network hapa na pale.
Yes.
And also these guys are well connected with good partners who are protecting journalists and things like that. Wakasema let's link up. Tukawaandikia barua nini, they put us together, they directed us on how to preserve the gadgets. LSK ilitupatia training on how to retain the gadgets properly. So tangu tupatiwe hizo gadgets from Dissent, kwa si ndio tulienda tukazichukua hiyo 10th July.
Yes.
Tukaenda tukazieka vipua, tukazifunika with like so unajua Faraday bags nini?
Yeah, zile za kuinchi nini?
Exactly. So
it can't be monitored.
Yeah, it can't be monitored. So tukaenda tukazifunika Faraday bags nini aluminium foils nini tukazieka mali in a good safe and then until we got in touch with those guys. Wakafanya analysis. So we were supposed to go in to before the court on 10th of September. So on 9th
yes,
nikatumio hiyo report from these guys. And initially before walikuwa tushatuambia they found something but they hadn't told us exactly what it is.
Yes.
So 9th wakatupatia report. So 10th nikaapia in court, the magistrate ako around, nikadeposit hiyo forensic report and nikasema because this is a public interest matter, I provided it to the public for consumption. So we were given a date to appear in court today.
Yes.
So leo reason ya kutokea kotini ilikuwa the DCI was supposed to come or they tell my clients if they're being charged
or not. If they are not being charged, what was the reason for them to be arrested in the first place and for you guys to take the gadgets? And then since mulikuwa na gadgets all that period, mulifanya nini gadgets? Tupatie report. Yes.
And I served them with summons and they never showed up.
So wacha tu rewind kidogo. So mulipata gadgets zilikuwa nani?
So there were about 43 gadgets zilichukulia out from all the 4 guys. Kulikuwa of course mobile phones and tablets and the others were hard disks, drives, those type of things.
Yes.
But also just to save on time, tulipatia na like there was a way they guided us on how to unajua ukichukua phone yako there are some keys you can key in and then it's going to generate a report out of them. So they had told us we do that at first. So that's the initial report which has been analyzed. Now when you do that, what usually happens on your phone, it will take everything that has ever happened on that phone.
Yes.
You can't alter it. That data, you can't change it. So they went ahead and analyzed it. And they said, now we have found key things which are out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Out of that data, ni hii na hii na hii. So the gadgets zenye zimeanalyziwa ni phones. They found that bag in 2 spywares, in Nick's phone and at a gala. Alafu, sijakusho, other clients they also represent tangu this whole thing from protest. I've also made them go through the same process. For me, as tangu we did the training with LSK and how we have been managing these cases, as long as you're a person of interest and you're being attacked and easy cybercrime and wherever for protesting and wherever, that's one of the key things that I'll make sure that you should do. You won't get to use that phone and I'll preserve it. So because at the end of the day, to easy accusations, nini. So, but that's what we found so far. But that process is not yet complete.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Yeah. So alafu nini? Another thing pia I have to ask. So they don't appear in court. So leo they just decided hakuna hakuji. So
one of the IOs, I called him. He's a chief inspector there. Akaniambia he's in a meeting. He can't come. The other guy is in a training. Of course, he has been in a training for quite some time, but I don't know if he has been there for all that long. So that's the reason they gave the prosecutor. So to avoid this issue from happening again, now we have court summons. If you disobey a court summon, it's a criminal offense.
Oh, okay.
Now, if they don't show up on 1st of October, now I can go to court and ask the judicial police unit, or I can ask for orders for the court to order the DIG to go and arrest those particular officers. So that's contempt.
Because that has also reminded me, like a similar thing happened to like a friend of mine, Aniko Nini fan, and he actually sued. I think alisue IPOA plus Makarao plus what, and majuzi amenitumia video hizo online proceedings. He actually won.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was
That's a
telling-
big deal.
Yeah, I was like,
That's a
'cause
big deal.
I remember waliingiaga kwake I don't know what had happened. Waliingia kwake because he works from home. So they just decided to show up at his place and claim that why you working from home without licenses, and he literally works from home, atuna need license za hii license, then took all his stuff wakaenda nazo. So after they did that, au makarao wafanya hivyo specifically, no, he missued the IG. So after makarao wafanya hivyo akaenda karipot kwa ipoa. So ipoa si wakaanza kunini, so your trail, I think the paper trail ama what ended up going with it to court and he won. I think his nini was last week, alikuwa amebambika mbaya. But
That's
now
a
of course
big
niko
deal.
namwambia like getting back your getting the actual payment will be the problem, because will the government actually pay you?
Now there is that's a very good question, and ideally for us guys who sometimes sue governments and we're trying to get compensation, sometimes you really have to consider the institute that you're suing. Seme kama if you sue county government of Nairobi,
Yes.
these guys, they have bills left, right, and center.
Yeah.
One of my one of the lawyers I look up to, he has some very good
DBK.
yeah, he has some very good billable from them. The guy has even sent auctioneers akajaribu kuganishia accounts, all type of thing. And you see the problem is pia kuna insider brokers wanasema fine tuko na do, but kama unataka kukanjwa lazima tuchukue 25%.
I think last time alisema
like
hivyo.
backrooms and stuff. It's in court records. It's in court records. In kitu ameambiwa, and he says like, what's the point? So he is going through the whole process. And you see, for you to go through that, you also need to have resources. Like kuna watu, they can't afford to pay a lawyer for all that time. So they'll try even get a consent or something. But
Yes.
man, it's such a hard toll. I usually prefer to sue independent offices because wako na do. And then I rather also sue individual. So like kama niko na kesi against the Cabinet Secretary of Interior, I'll sue Murkomen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, because that's easier than suing the ministry.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's easier, but ideally it gets things moving as well. Yeah.
Okay. But now, so to go back to how, so them for that 70 days, if e case ikikuwa dismissed, can they nini for lost revenue? Because that's a lot of lost revenue. I can't even imagine 70 days.
It's a lot. And ideally the like Lozapa, there is something called malicious prosecution. So of course you can initiate legal redress for all the pain and heartache that you have been taken through this. Today I was with Nick's mom as well, and I was hearing her speak, and that's the first time Nick, I even told Nick after that press encounter, I've never seen your mom speak like that before.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pain. Imagine amekalia uchungu for all that long. So when I heard her speak like that, even me myself in this gear, I have to make sure that I do my best just to make sure that this is just not just for nothing. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 70 days ukona do?
70 days hadi iangalia hadi hivi kuna hizo 70 days hatuna equipment. Yep. Then between July 10th to today approximately another 60 days,
Yes.
because now we can't use equipment after that. So ideally hadi ni 130 days
Yes.
without working, without equipment.
Na landlord akataki kujua.
Landi wangu men hadi namtumianga hadi links.
Eh.
Cheki hadi niko nini men na vile najitetea azin men. Cheki jana nimetokea kwa teli. Of course I understand, but you see the problem is pia una try to avoid those kind of, I mean unafeel kushinda ukiambia wase, I mean this situation kuna of course expectations wase pia it's 130 days kwenye uwezi una buffer, una plan B, you know, there's all of those things coming on. We mwenyewe pia ile tu okay unajiambia you have to step up, things have to move on ideally.
Yes.
So kuna hiyo, I mean all of us, mimi akina Dash, whatever, we all had, because we run production companies.
Yes.
We have people under us wenye unawalipa end month per project and stuff like that. So kuna projects already ziko kwa hizo hard drives, ziko kwa hizo laptops, so some wakia TV commercials and stuff like that, docus and all of that. Then all of a sudden unaambia semen sina do ya kuwalipa, na hauna do ya kuwalipa juu the client you are servicing mwenye all the footage iko hapo awezi kumalizia maybe whether it was a depot, whether it was
Yes.
whatever. So you find yourself, I can't pay X number of people, nikona you have kona deni ya X amount of Kenya shilling. Then of course it disorients you, all of that. So men unajipata kwa hiyo situation awezi, I mean May 1st ongenishow May 3rd itakuwa hivyo. From May 3rd ati my life yangu inaweza change drastically to hivyo, whether to the good or the bad, but you know ina change too drastically. So hizi 130 days of which ni counting, kesho ni 131, kesho kuru 132, by October 1st ni 100 and whatever days. Of course best part ni ati juu history yetu inajulikana.
Yes.
Even the clients we had been servicing ama wase tuna work now at least wanaelewa. But I mean wataelewa mpaka what time, mpaka
Yes.
when landi wako wataelewa mpaka when na get so unajipata hiyo situation, and at the end of the day of course you have to find a way around it. Yeah, of course hiyo sandi imekuwa job ya the last 130 days imekuwa literally how to find your way around this situation.
Yeah.
Because life has to move on at the end of the day, unajua. Yeah, so hiyo ndio imekuwa situation, but tadu nini.
Okay. Alafu nini ikikam to hii story vile unasema the first thing that they did is they seized the equipment without the court order. And of course they tried to backdate vitu ama?
Yeah. Basically,
Yeah. So when a judge can clearly see that happened, what's supposed to happen? Like,
So ordinarily, I'll just give their case because it's a very good example. So they get arrested on 2nd May. The gadgets they are confiscated on 2nd. They are forced to sign the inventory forms.
yes.
That their gadgets have been taken, which is not consent, and then they present their application. It's called a miscellaneous application. Anipeleka kotini kusema now they want court orders to take the gadgets, and then they go also and penetrate them and retrieve information from them because they have tip off that they're investigating false publication, blah 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 blah. Now the problem in this scenario, when Blood Parliament came,
Yes.
it was an extreme high interest matter.
Yes.
Now, when the prosecutors come
Yes.
to court and they're making an argument on that application, they sort of have the advantage, and thus we are disadvantaged.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the advantage they do have, they play the national security card. Unaona? And then they'll say it's affecting a constitutional office. At that particular time, the constitutional office yenye ilikuwa hapo ilikuwa parliament and then the office of the president. So that ideally drives the magistrate to say, okay, maybe there's a reasonable doubt for them to go and get the gadgets. But that reasonable doubt starts shifting when they start seeing how much delay and how the DCI are conducting themselves in this particular case. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's it.
Alafu so the spyware inaitwa flexi spy.
Yeah.
So hii flexi spy, is it something mtu anaweza download online ama ni zile one of those expensive government ones?
So from this is the journey. I think I can disclose this because anyway, it's gonna be in public record. So when we got to know it's FlexiSpy, I was very curious to understand why it's being used. I realized the amount of thing this thing can do, it's very, very dangerous. Literally, if that FlexiSpy is installed in your gadget, it can alter the data on that device. So ulisema uko hapa, they can alter the geolocation ionyeshe uko at another crime scene, wakuframe ulikuwa hapo committing something. Unaona? Alafu, something else that is interesting is this thing tends to be, I was reading the user guidelines from the ownership company. These guys can be able to wipe the source of purchase. like if once you purchase it and you want to clean your tracks, you have that option of backtracking it. But the thing is, if we can prove that this thing was used to harm another person, I can compel the government in that country where that company is registered for them to release the gadgets. So Nikigeti Flexi spy all the details.
Yes.
I'll be able to trace exactly who purchased it. And then I can be able to link it to ABCD. So hiyo ni kitu, even I know exactly where that company is. I know the owners. We already initiated the process of getting in touch with them to submit some documentation. So it's an interesting thing, and you can purchase it, just to answer your question. Yeah. You can spy. People, a lot of parents use it to monitor their children, on like in terms of gadget use and things like that. Yeah.
But sasa the government level one is on a higher level.
It's on a higher level because when you go to the website, there are different classes. So in their case, you see, it will be more beneficial to the DCI if they have access to the calls they're making,
everything.
Like mirroring the screen. Like when you're doing something on your phone, they can easily just click and they see exactly what you're doing on your phone. Access text, they can do so many other things. Yeah.
Unaweza kukiedit umewekewa kwa laptop, unaedit film yako whatever, hiyo kitu inaedit hiyo monitor inajipeleka to whoever somewhere else. So ideally unaedit na msee. So unaedit, unafikiri unaedit solo uko hadi kwa bed yako hadi umejifunza, kumbe kuna assistant editor somewhere
Anakucheki.
Anacheki vile brief yako inaendelea ukiedit. So ni very crazy. Alafu the craziest part, unajua, even for me and the other three, ilikuwa until tumerudisha equipment July 10th. So then now ama guys wakasaa kanza kutu help kucheck our equipment nini. I think it'll take some weeks and stuff. So tulikuwa tushasahau story ya hii system, tulikuwa tushasahau DCI nini kotini hadi tumesahau completely, hadi tuko wax, unajua. Until sasa ile day report ilikam. So hiyo report ikikam, so mse ana to explain ya sasa hii stuff ni nini, hii spyware ni nini. So hii spyware specifically ndio ilitumika kushika El Chapo. Ndio apparently wife yake, mistress yake, whatever. Ukisoma hiyo story ya El Chapo, inakuanga hiyo story. Ni hiyo spyware. So for a moment umesahau hizi stuff zote nini, hadi umeacha kwenda kwa therapist wako vile ushaanza kuwa uko sawa. Then una realize yani when kwanza design kile tumika na El Chapo, una immediately inakuclick mini mzii design ama mimi natafuta hii design ka El Chapo. Unajua kuna vile disorient your mind in the sense of una realize sasa wananichukulia mimi ni mzii design. Unajua for them, because they don't know, the moment umsana kuchukulia hivi, then you can imagine the type of surveillance iko on you.
Yes.
So unajua una get ile pressure ya wow you definitely watched every time. Ndio umsa kupatia such a heavy whatever spyware, then you can imagine what thought they have on you.
Alafu so mnasema ilipatikana kwa how many phones?
2 phones so far. Two so far.
Android, iOS?
No, this ones are 2 Androids.
2 Androids.
Or rather they're Android based. For the iOS we're yet to know.
That's one of the things monagawaki when they're advertising themselves, auji advertise na hiyo story ya privacy. So Android unachikimsa ameingia tu kwa bedroom yako. But iOS kuna hiyo kuna ka shield kanini. Cuz kama hiyo iOS, I think someone told us, I think tulikuwa na uboy anaitwa Polo Kimani. I think yeye alisema that his phone, they just took his phone kwa iPhone and they just now broke it. You understand? I think it was him. Like kuna mtu nakumbuka nikimuinterview ya protests. Alisema hivyo. Alichukua tu simu yake, wakanotice hii ni iPhone. Hii wacha tuivunje tu. So they just do that in front of you because they know unajua zile utadu.
Zile exactly.
Utadu nini.
That's interesting. But I also have to state that there are 2 clients who have found something on iOS. There is something. These guys that help us do this forensic analysis. very clever guys. They also have been following this spyware called Pegasus. The amount of things that spyware can do, it's insane.
Pegasus nile ya Israeli.
And they can literally even turn on gadgets without any physical contact with that. That's how good that thing is and how dangerous it is. And Kenya has already done is it a purchase or something? It has already gone through. So ideally, I think surveillance is now something which is of we're in an age whereby information is very, very worth it for certain governments and certain people.
Yes.
And doing whatever it can to get it, it's a cost or rather small price to pay. Yeah. But then kuna dem bedhe alicreate spyware akajaribu kusell kwa kina nani Ruto. But akachengwa.
Najua huyu ilikuwa ni wa Canada. Alafu majuzi wali revoke citizenship yake ama nini? There's something they did.
Kitu hiyo.
They wanted to throw her back to Canada or something because they wanted to Miguna her. Najua hivyo. Kabla Miguna alikuwa I'm not boarding. I'm not.
Such a painful event.
Inakuonyesha hiyo. Alafu sasa hivi inaonyesha nini juu ya Kenya? Unafeel kama press freedom is going backwards ama? Hata tukianza na
press freedom na tulishukua May 2nd, May 3rd ilikuwa World Press Freedom Day. As in ilikuwa hadi simngechagua next week. As in ilikuwa literally hadi ilikuwa funny ile hadi mnaulizana kwani hamna like a calendar of mnajuanga hii ile days watu wezi do hivi leo otherwise itakuwa man
tungoje 4th.
Exactly, tungoje 4th angalau. So definitely hiyo inakushow like the press is being curtailed. Cause I mean the moment unaanza kuona you see how it happens ni very easily cause what they are selling is first of all fear. So inaanzanga as little as like the 3 of us, the 4 of us, unakuta nilikuwa na work na msee ama nilikuwa na do project fulani. So ka for example kuna doc nilikuwa na wakia inaitwa The People Shall.
Yes.
So there's a guy nilikuwa na wakne alikuwa nikamie through kumake score. So msee alikuwa best yangu, talented, then after tumebambwa all of a sudden tu alinicall one day akaniambia Nick, I think sitakuwa kwa hii project yako, sidhani tutamake score. So
mtajui score ni the music.
The music, exactly. The soundtrack. So immediately unaweza tell hiyo fear ishafikia umse na umse lead best yangu but at the end of the day doc ili come out but he didn't work on that doc. So inaanza hadi from that perspective, not even ile perspective ya atiase wanatafuta ase kuja usifanye doc. So you can imagine kama inaanza hivyo from a person involuntary, then sasa by the time inafika sasa you are going to film tomorrow, so I won't give you your license or I'll ndakumonitor what you are filming tomorrow. You know, inaanza saa hiyo ni the secondary aspect. The first aspect hadi ni hiyo the involuntary bit. So in affect, so sahi always taka to do something on your whatever in affect, whether it's films, fiction films, documentary, music videos, small contents and stuff like that. So I mean tunaanza kufeel kama tumeanza kukazi ile countries unajua na East Africa, Kenya ndio imekuwa ngati ndio hiyo countries everyone especially East Africa kianza kuangalia from SS, South Sudan, Ethiopia. Ethiopia ni crazy in terms of easy stuff za nini media, UG, TZ as what walikuwa na look up to Kenya, like Kenya is that place kuna hiyo freedom. Sai check crazy
kuzata nini nilikuwa nataka kujoke ile time kwa mnasema ati una edit na mtu kwa sema jana sijui kama mliona ile story ya nani this guy Kaluma
ile Russia.
Yes, so on Sunday Kaluma alitokea akasema that the Gen Z protests were sponsored by the LGBTQ community. Mlicheki? So in the process ikabidi nilikuwa nabonga na like aniko nini fan in the US, alafu he was on the streets. So akiwa kwa streets kule unajua lazima uchunge what you say. So alikuwa anataka kubonga juu ya rainbow community but he could not say it. So ndio nikaangalia kwa internet inaitwa nini, kwa internet rainbow ni upinde wa mvua. So niko naambia hasa wakicheza na wewe the first day unaingia pale unaingia Pornhub unaeka vitu za upinde wa mvua anaingia the next time ukienda kwa meeting unaangalia who's the most disgusted person.
Oh my God.
Nashindwa ni gani but inakuonyesha vile hizi vitu alafu
hadi kabla uendelee unajua inaanzanga through ni it's a propaganda ya kudiscredit filmmakers and journalists and stuff. So like for example after Blood Parliament the next BBC doc yenye ilitokea ni ile story ya Maimahio Naivasha and stuff. Kwa hiyo doc everything was true. But the first thing gava after wacheki your doc alafu wasoma imanza kutrade, the first thing they said is the journalists were paid to tell this story. So unajua the kitu wanatrai kuduni waseme hivyo juu ya Blood Parliament, these guys this is fake ama it was false publication. Then the next doc waseme these guys were paid. Unajua kifanya hivyo 4 times 5 times kuna watu wataanza kubelieve. Na hiyo ni tactic, it's a tactic. By your fifth whatever the people shall unadu hivi people na kudiscredit na hiyo ndio reality. So it's a tactic. Ukianza kuiangalia from afar it's a tactic being used.
Alafu kikamtuizo story like digital rights and so privacy. If I'm arrested what am I supposed to do? Kuzotaniambia niwapatie simu kaa nishafungua ama
I'm so glad umeniuliza hiyo swali kwa sababu nimekuwa for the past 2 years I've actually been so worried about content creators because guys like Mark, Nick, the guys who are helping so many content creators do this trying to give credible information and ideally YouTube is also becoming this massive platform whereby guys are getting information. So to some God forbid, take for example, I've seen the type of people you invite here. Very influential people. And let's say the state has an interest in you. Waseme Julie host up Gloria Oroba, host Emeritus CJ. The other day you were with Kalonzo. Waseme you are creating a new regime. You're putting people together.
Yes.
So wakam hapa.
Serikali inatengenezewa hapa.
Come on, I mean, open the door. Open the door. Waambie, okay, fine, ufungue. Waseme, okay, introduce yourself. Kumbuka Article 49. They have to inform you who they are, wakuonyeshe IDs, wakuonyeshe where they are from. But they wakisema tu they're police officers and they're not sharing ID, lock that door. Ask their ID. Then they have to tell you the reasons why they're coming here. And mind you, before they take anything belonging to you, they have to give you a court order.
Yes.
Hawezi chukua kitu without a court order. And mind you, wakianza kusema ati they are signing an inventory form, don't sign it. Because you haven't consented to it.
Okay.
You haven't consented. And mind you, anytime a police officer akama seme they're confiscating gadgets, and where they haven't gone to preserve a court order, there's also a process they're supposed to do. So what usually they're supposed to do internally, they're supposed to raise a correspondence. To show that this is a highly, let's say, unachikia se kama jihadist, wanafanyanga propaganda videos. In such situations, you'll find that the police agencies will need to act fast. But even despite that, they'll have to show on the reasons why they cannot obtain a court order, and that has to be in written form. It's like there are rules on doing that. Unless wakuja na hiyo barua, when you say waliandikishia the relevant offices on ABCD, they're just confiscating the gadgets, blah blah blah, and this is what we are doing. Well and good. But if they're not providing any documentation, spatiane. Don't give out anything. Even don't open your door.
But now let's say wameni arrest kuzanza ku grab kwa streets. They grab you in the streets, you have your phone. If they are trying to force you kuwapatia code na nini,
vunja simu. There's this guy I represented a couple of months ago. He was in Rongai. Mulionanga hiyo video at some point. It was big on Twitter. Cops alikam kwa keja yake wakaanza kugonga window nini. This guy akaanza kupiga nduru kwa hao
kwa apartment
Kwa apartment.
fulani, I think nakumbuka
Yeah.
tukayo
akasema mi sifungui nini amjenyonyesha court order, you haven't introduced yourselves very well nini. Akasema before nitoke hapa aidha nipige mbogi yangu ikama. I think it will be very reasonable could do the same thing. Another day there's a journalist wa TZ alishikwa hapa kangepiga nduru
ile Sarungi.
yeah.
Okay, Sarungi.
A very
yes,
good
yes.
friend of mine now. Akapiga nduru. If it wasn't for those bus riders na taxi ku notice that thing. Amgijua kuna a journalist kidnapiwa hapa. So I think it will be in your best interest
To create alarm.
to create an alarm. Yeah. Sometimes Kenyans are a bit slow anafikiria maybe ni msee ameshikwa. Kwanza kuna this tendency mtu yote akona dreadi mnaona ni kama ni msee
Mbaya.
sijui mbaya nini. Even we had an advocate who used to have dreadlocks, but it's not a character definition that this is a bad person.
Yes.
Unaona? So it's a good idea to create that public alert,
Yes.
in my opinion. Kama unaweza vunja simu. Yeah.
Okay.
Ama ufanye kai smartphone kuna venye unaweza adjust such that if you press this thing in 3 or 4 quick successions it sends an alert to so many people.
Okay.
Ama kwa unajua unafanyanga very sensitive things ndakuambia secrets. Ingia kwa Life 360 if you're an Apple iPhone user, share your location. Me, there are certain people who always know where I am. Always. They always know where I am. Yeah.
Damn, yeah, I think I need to know. Nijue hiyo ndio.
Lakini ni important vile Ian anasema. Saa zingine juu saa zingine unakuta pia waso ajui. This is what you should be doing. Juka si tukiarest huyo May 2nd. I mean, hatukuwa tunajua. Ulikaa wakagonga doa nini. So nakumbuka tukijiambia. Mimi kumbuka nacheka. After saa tunasikia wana knock. I think hadi mimi suggest ile ya Denver, I think fungue hiyo doa waingie juu. Hii lock ni expensive. Ikivunjika unajua sasa ni hivyo hii lock sijui tutatoa doa wapi. But so much later 2 weeks later whatever it was ndio after saa kubonga na wase ndio tuna realize actually in reality how it should have happened. Kenya unashuku mse kwa doa wacha avunje. Yeah, wacha avunje. Unajua already if you have cameras you have your phone unangoja mse avunje.
Unaweza go Insta live.
Exactly. Go live wakivunja. Badala unajua hiyo time in that situation unaogopa. Kwa like wakivunja hadi ndio wataingia wamejam kwanza. Kwanza wametumia energy ya kuvunja hiyo whatever. So uko like what, but actually unafaa tu i play out hivyo. As long as unajua unaacha tu i play out.
An arrest should be very peaceful.
Yes.
Kuna sijui kama kuna I watch another content creator. There was this lady who was being interviewed and she was a banker. And she was working in a bank at that time. Makarawa kama kwa arrest. Akido job. Na alikuwa na serve clients. It was a very big interview. And the way they did the arrest ilikuwa so dehumanizing to the point whereby even customers in the bank wako na shanga, are we dealing with a dangerous person? Because when you look at the Police Service Act, inafa kuonyesha how cordial these guys are supposed to be.
Yeah.
Me, as much as I am very aggressive with the police, I also like working with the police to the point of there are some clients of mine who require the assistance of the police.
Yes.
So I have to also have some sort of cordial relationship to that extent. So now I chop one end, but at same, I'm trying to just keep them accountable. That's the only thing. So an arrest should be sort of very cordial, unless there is a reasonable cause kuonyesha ule mjama akona feng.
Yes.
Na kitu ikifanyika hapa they have to use some force. Unaona? Yeah, because karo hafai kama kuanza kukubuli. We've just been built in a culture whereby unavutwa mshipi belt. Haifai kwa
ando hivi jo. Kangoza kanaingia.
Si lazima. Karo kwa atakuwa arrest you're eating with your friends in a restaurant. Come to akongelesha kwambia, hey, listen, can I talk to you on the side? I say, okay, why? I'm a police officer. Here's my badge. And the reason why I'm here is because I need to arrest you because of A, B, C, and D. I think if you talk to any Kenyan in a polite way, na kuonyesha there is reasonable cause for the arrest, there is no need for it to be chaotic.
Yeah. okay.
Yeah.
Alafu sasa of course the police say us wako involved kwa that documentary Blood Parliament. They themselves say they were not involved. So how do you prove innocence kwa scenario kama hiyo? Because it looks like a he say she say type of situation now. Because kama BBC wanasema z na BBC are the ones who posted it, yes? But the police are insisting it's them.
So that's also a good question. Kwa sababu, if indeed they know very well, the documentary has BBC logos.
Yes.
At the end of the documentary, there's a list of cast who worked on this thing.
Yeah.
None of those people have ever been. I'm not saying that they should go and arrest them, but I'm
Yes.
just saying none of them have been arrested. That shows bias. Second thing, in criminal matters, the job ya makarao to prove you're the one who actually did a certain crime.
Yes.
Weka mwaf, wezi enda kotini, waze kuprove like why you're in court. That's them. Because even when you're doing your case, you're supposed to do it after them. Unaona? So, in terms of discrediting what they're saying, it's just a matter of showing who's the source of the publication, what is it that was false in that particular documentary. Once you do those two things, I think the job just gets easier.
Oh, okay, okay. Alafu sasa this time itakuwa wameapia in court like how many times sasa since hii kesi yanze?
In the High Court, 5 times. In the Magistrate Court, 2nd, no, 3rd, then 12th, 16th, 6 times. Yeah,
Okay.
6 times, yeah.
So the formal charges is in your false publication.
Hakuna formal
Bado kuna
charges.
formal.
Hakuna?
The only reason tunajua ni hiyo rather there's a possibility they want to charge them with that is because they did some allegations in some miscellaneous application on what they want to charge them with. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Na nini can you mnaweza compel BBC as witnesses?
Yes,
If it goes to
yes,
court.
of course. Tukona already that's until when we see the charge sheet. That's when we now I'll be able to write a letter to the producers, Nini, just to come and say it. I'm a producer. I work at BBC, and these people are not involved in the making, and that's it. I won't even ask any other questions. Na namwachilia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alafu pia imenikumbusha of course another story that I reacted to last week ilikuwa story ya boy David Oaga Mokaya. So David Oaga Mokaya ni Moi University student, yes?
Yes.
So you got charged with what specifically? Was it ile image because there was the image of ni a presidential hearse amani? Like
Yeah.
what has he been charged with?
So he has been charged with publication of false information. And this case, anytime I think of it, I actually laugh.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a false publication as well. Yeah, causing an alarm and unrest in the country.
Oh, you kusema rais amededi.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No. Akusema rais amededi. Alisema
Picha ilikuwa posted wakainterpret
alisema President Ruto leave in home. Akusema Ruto was dead.
Oh.
Alisema President Ruto, maybe Ruto alikuwa huko mbele, maybe there was a guy who anajitanga President Ruto, we don't know.
Prezo. CMB.
But hawa watu walikula njeve hiyo kesi. It's fun. It's fun cross-examining the government employees. It's interesting.
Alafu of course this was an AI generated images.
No, haikuwa AI generated. Ukienda kwa Twitter page ya State House, hiyo photo ilikuwa extracted time ya Kibaki.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a legitimate photo from that. And mind you, hata these DCI officers, none of them came to present that information.
What?
Yeah. None of them.
Oh.
Wanafanya job ingine wana sana. Yeah.
Na sasa of course last week mkokotini, then one cop admits that they actually used Safaricom ama Safaricom actually gave them information na vile kutrack. Kama what was the admission? Acha nianze nayo.
So we nearly cross-examine 2 police officers.
Yes.
Actually 3. But last week ilikuwa 2 police officers. One alikuwa anajita CI Bosco, and this other one was an officer from a department in Communications Authority dealing with forensics. So those two officers wali admit that indeed wali arrest landlord Bogzabi, rather aka David Mokaya, akiwa LD. Na the only way they were able to get a hold of him is because they had some geolocation of him. Alafu another witness mwenye alikam ni an employee of Safaricom. He's a liaison officer between Safaricom and the police. So hundo msee anajeratingi all this data anapatiananga. So this guy kama akadmit kotini that aliandikiwa barua na DCI na yeye akaenda kachukua kila kitu akapatia DCI. Yeah, so alienda kachukua call data records, that means triangulation, SMSs, call records, nini, everything akaenda kapatia DCI. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then now wakisha admit hivo, now Safaricom becomes, was it last year when Safaricom released a statement that were like, no, we've never done this.
Yeah.
We don't share client information. So how do you think Makarau force like the Safaricoms of this world to give them the information? So and why, considering they have lawyers, why do they do that?
Nakoza tu kanjwa poa sana. Anyway, the way I think these guys have been doing is that it's a matter of being just complacent. So ordinarily, tuseme Kakarawa anataka ku access your bank accounts.
Yes.
And this is why sometimes Kenyan banks are very good. Mind you, bank, itapatia na bank records zako, kakuna court order.
Oh, okay.
Kwa sababu the regulator, central bank, achezangi. Achezangi. Zile penalties, they are there for a bank.
Yes.
They're insane. So unaona hata kasa hii kuna banks zitaenda kukufungwa kwa sababu they don't have the balance ya 3 billion. So there are some banks which will be downgraded to microfinances because wajafikisha your limit.
Oh, okay.
So kuna ka unaenda check and uangalie bank yako huko. So
una deal na sako.
Yeah, so
yangu niliona ili make profit ya 66 billion.
Deal na sako.
All these fees, they add up.
Yeah, they add up. No, not kidogo, but they add up. So I blame the regulator in Communications Authority kwa sababu Safaricom, they know very well they're supposed to be given a court order for them to give you that data. I mean, kuna time Omtata alienda akafanya a very big monumental petition kwa sababu hiyo time ya 2018 kulikuwa na a bid on how this data can actually be given, and they wanted to give this contract to some other third parties and whatever. So hii kesi ikaenda ikakuwa so big that the courts ended up ruling that, giving a judgment that this data is so private that even for another third party to have access to it, they need to have a court order. So mjamaa, at some point niko nafikiria atasema kuna court order. It's just that we have never been furnished with a court order. And I slept the previous night nikitafuta hiyo court order. I even went and perused the court file kuona kaa iko huko.
Kana
notice iko. So niko nafikiria jamaa maybe hizi vitu zinapatiwa in another docket, and mind you, all of them they have to be signed by a magistrate. Nikona it's not existing. So I had to frame my questions venye ndakachumse. So vile alisema there was no existing court order, nikajumse nimempata. After that nilijua every single time tangu 2024 Safaricom, which has been denying, even I have videos in my office.
Yes.
Just showing Ndegwa denying this. Even I did a tweet, I tagged Safaricom, nikatagged Ndegwa. I have never gotten a response. At least DCL didn't respond here. But these guys, they have never responded up to date.
Alafu pia, like one of the requests mlikuwa nayo at some point ni Ruto should anafaa kuja kutestify. Kwa nini mnataka Ruto kuja kwa?
Unacheki tuseme a crime has happened. in every crime there has to be a victim and there has to be a complainant. Okay, but the aspect of a complainant inakwanga a bit fleeting because sometimes the state inaweza kuletea mashtaka even because it can be its own complainant.
Yes,
but kitu ingine ni there has to be a witness. Sasa we wanted to understand in this case who is the complainant, two, who is the witness in the matter, because they are alleging that we are speaking about the head of state kwa documents zao.
yes,
Inamaanisha Ruto is the complainant.
yes, yeah.
So why is there not a statement from the president?
Oh, okay.
So hakuna statement from the president.
Okay. Yeah. So there's that side ile pia yenyu ile. Now if I was to look another side ya kazi yenyu ni how dangerous is it also to go against the police and to go against the DCIs and such. Now tukisahau stories are settlements. Now let's just talk about now the job itself. Abductions are happening. We remember what happened to ilikuwa ni Willy Kimani.
Really.
Yes. So how dangerous is that when now you're going after cops?
For me, let me just say from my experience, when we started this thing in 2024, I didn't know what to expect. I think my first case ilikuwa, I'm trying to figure out whether it was a Recomondi or who. Like one of that. But I think I started receiving a lot of threats when I started appearing in different police stations here and there. And then what happened was that when we told LSK that we are now starting to get threats, wakasema, they came with the rule that no advocate will go to a police station or to a sensitive area peke yake.
Okay.
Because we will leave our homes. I usually leave my wife at midnight. Nenda kwa after midnight 2 a.m.
napigiwa hapo.
Nakumbuka ile story yenu.
So we started doing that. So ideally, I think right now nimefika at a point whereby I'd had to take measures. Me before I never used to share my location with anyone. That's now become my day-to-day situation. I do have measures. If I don't communicate with certain people within a certain span of time,
Yes.
they will know something is particularly wrong. So there's that. As for now, that's the best that I can do.
Okay.
I can't live my life knowing that I'm under threat. As far as danger is concerned, I've never received a threat from a police officer verbally or directly to me. It's always via these weird Twitter accounts. Hapa na pale, nini,
Oh,
nini.
utajua,
Yeah, so and even I think of the process of going all the way to serve Twitter. All that I've done that once. It didn't go way further because that account ended up being deleted by the time I was to get that information. So I can't live my life in the dark, but I make sure that I'm going to specific places, go home, I just stick to.
Na kama nyinyi wale mko na kesi na polisi, hakuna hiyo wale ukitembea hivi unajua vile usemaga ati sometimes you might be driving unapiga kona, mtu anapiga kona unapiga unajua it's just a coincidence but mtu aga una panic. So nyinyi iko
definitely hiyo ni kitu imechange since May 2nd. Of course how we use personally, and of course I can speak on behalf of my other 3 friends. Vitu zimechange, like how you move, how you are pretty much, I would say you are aware of now your situations, which is a good thing, because now when I think about it, before May 2nd enye nilikuwa naenda somewhere hadi huko aware anything can happen, unajua. So sahi unakuwa aware of where you're going.
Yes.
Wasi unaongea nao, depending on the sensitivity of whatever you are talking about. Unaanza tu kuwa aware, okay, this information neza ibonga on a call, ni information umsedi nafani meet na face to face, unaanza kuwa aware in those kind of situations. Ni poa juu, of course, it comes with our job as well. I've been telling guys like one of the best things that has happened to me and of course the other 3 guys is I mean this is what we've been doing CRT not only this year ama last year ama 2023 but now we are more smarter in handling work this kind because I'm a doc filmmaker so
Yes.
I'm very now aware when hata nikipewa project now I know okay this project has this kind of sensitivity and all of that so that's the best part about it but unajua saa zingine inakuwa more intense ka for example after to get report yetu ya what had been done to equipments then una realize umeekewa spyware El Chapo so immediately unachizi tena nilikuwa nimesahau then all of a sudden I'm like what na for what one nini
uko paranoid sasa
unakuwa paranoid traumatic I mean in a way nilikuwa nimesahau his story then isiku kisikia dawa inanokiwa ama bell uko like ala unani nilikuwa na expect mse sai unajua that trauma comes into place but inakuweka into that weird situation whereby uko at you are uneasy saa zingine una it all now depends on your mental strength unajua saa zingine unajiambia okay I mean I have to siwezi live under this kind of situation I have to be mentally strong I have to show up at work whether it's 7am 8am but sasa kuna vitu zingine literally unaanza kurealize yenye hizi ni vitu sasa probably I'll never be doing I mean kauli kunaenda out solo ama wewe na best yako wawili watatu sasa una realize I need to go out wacha niende na mbogi team watu 10 watu 11 ile I mean hawezi akia mchele watu 10 alafu ndio uchukulie unajua so kuna those kuna pros and cons but sidhani nafaa unaishi hivi
of course
unaishi in this kind of situation so it's an unfair it's a very unfair situation na worst part ni ati unajua hii stuff inakuwa penia na you're on the correct side of the situation so unajua
na nini na pia nanyika lawyers akunaga like people then who'll try to bribe you so that you kwana represent akajinga sini kubribe wachane tu na huyu tudili naye vizuri
si ati
kuna kwa kana hizo ama
kuna hiyo time ya protest when it started happening I was also on the street hiyo time
yes
alafu the pain people are crying about you're also going through it and at some point when I was one of the few hundred advocates who were elected by the judiciary to do pro bono matters so I did pro bono the whole of 2022 for the judiciary alafu when LSK started getting a floodgates of people being arrested kulikuwa na such good organization within LSK and they were able to instruct advocates we need help here
yes
and then for some weird reason this work is very addictive like okay Tom said jail
that's justice that
it feels so good alafu I keep on chasing after the same feeling
that dopamine rush
and then there's this thing that all lawyers always want to do any practicing advocate wants to make a difference in a landmark case
okay
sasa you see like the way you know Githumu Guy the way you know Willis Otieno when you talk about these guys kuna certain cases that come
to mind yes
and you know these are the guys who shaped constitutional laws in Kenya
yes
right so for me I am chasing on making the DCI follow due process
okay
that's why I'm usually very eager to participate in such I never take any other criminal matters these are the only types of criminal matters that I do take mimi mtu akiniambia ule msawabetika kama kwangu mnamwambia this is not something that I do I only do this type of cases so because it allows me ule msemo alihack
nakumbuka
yes that's not my ideal area of practice
Because we more on the justice side ile where someone we can clearly see this is an innocent person being persecuted.
And
Yes.
also
Public interest.
and also for me, other cases that I do is where I represent complainants whereby they are being like robbed.
Yes.
They need to understand the legal, because for them going to court and they sit there, they don't know exactly what's happening.
Yes.
So I'll go hold a brief for them and tell them that, okay, this is being done, ABCD. So that's what I prefer doing.
Okay.
In criminal matters.
Because I won't lie to you, the data privacy one would be such a big win for Kenya. If such a case was needed mpaka ifike a level where the telcos feel a certain level of responsibility to their clients. Because I always feel like they only feel wako like the only person they're supposed to please is the executive. They never care about CC. Unajua hivyo. Kunakuwa hiyo like at any moment sujidanganya, this is private, but hakuna kitu yote iko private. I remember kuna time wasol kuna niambia sijui mwafanya hivi fanya niko bado nitaasha simu je M-Pesa. Alafu hapo ndio napatikana. Umeenda kwa M-Pesa shop alafu nabaki umegrabiwa. Okay, so hii story ya nani kwa how far ya Mokaya? Like
so tumebakisha the IO and I'm reeling for that moment.
Yes.
So this IO is the responsible party of putting all this evidence. Is the guy who did not go and get a court order. He's the guy who went and detained gadgets without a court order. Like what we're gonna do to this guy during cross-examination, only God knows. But I'm also looking forward to see what Shedrack Wambui and Omari are gonna do to this guy.
Okay. And then the Rosenjerry case?
For Rosenjerry now, I have anticipatory bail for her. She cannot be arrested by the police.
Okay.
There is also contempt of court proceedings because walikata kumpatia gadgets zake after Emeritus CJ kwenda rather leading the battalion of advocates for her. Walikawia na gadgets zake for like I don't know how many days. Eventually I got them back for her. But there is now contempt proceedings for that.
Hizo pia kuna flexis pa ama.
So it's one it's also she's no longer using her gadgets. They're being analyzed as well. So as long as I represented somebody in 2024, 2025, I can tell you chain of custody in our parties eco proper.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Nini, of course tukiangaliza kesi zote tatu what do you feel about Kenya as a country? Because now we have two people wale zao ilikuwa ni online sindio? Alafu another case where pia tunaweza sema online but hao sasa wameshikwa juu ya the hardware part where being like waswa documentary like una feel tunaenda wapi as a country and how can we make sure that we don't end up going that route where we move so far from Kenya as we know it to a level where watu wa documentaries are scared, someone before posting anything online is scared. Like,
do you know I think Mabu, you have been to the States, huh? There's this thing you see how citizens there how they engage the police.
Yes.
There's some sort of bravado, they are confident when they're speaking. It's only that driving while black is still an issue.
Yes.
But there is certain confidence that they have a standard on holding the police accountable. As it is, standard yetu ya holding police accountable iko hapa chini. And it needs to be up here.
Yes.
Now, pali tuko ni pabaya. Because hakuna venye raia haraka ujadu kitu yote. Uone mse amedunga ile jakonusu na kakofia ameshika walkie-talkie akiwa leo utakimbia.
Yeah, you just get scared.
Yeah, you just get scared because unafikiria man cops wanakutafuta. And ideally I want guys to understand that these guys are there to serve you. Akukuaras. That's why I'm very passionate about this Article 49. So for me,
Article 49
ni a rights of arrested person.
Okay.
Like I want you to know that ukiwachizi movie unaonanga msea anaredio Miranda rights. Hiyo ni kitu ya ukweli. Miranda rights.
It's a real thing. Kenya pia ni Miranda,
yes.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, shata ile video when these guys were being arrested one of the officers at least did a fairly good job in reading them the Miranda rights, which is a real thing. So I want guys to understand that offer equal without that happening. Alafu, the thing is, I also want Safaricom to feel the pain.
Yes.
Hii ni kitu, I don't know what is going. I don't know if this is something that I'm willing to die on, but thinking about all the things that my clients have gone through, hii ni kitu, I don't know. I have to get some form of justice.
Hiyo Safaricom itatufurahisha
That
sana.
one, for this year, I just need them to do the right thing.
Yes.
I just, me and me choose police as my death in cross. I'll just trust them.
Yeah.
I for some weird reason, I just felt like that was my calling.
Okay,
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tukimalizia freedom of expression in the 254 abductions zimereduce kiasi, so unafeel ni kama tunaanza kugo back to kusaizi. It's been long since nisikie mtu ameget into trouble for posting or
sidhani zimereduce, ni kuna vitu tu zimekame up in the way. I mean kumekuwa na chan, kumekuwa na vitu tu mingi. I mean watu wako abductiwa kao walikuwa uabductiwe last month. Imepostponiwa tu November ama to October, so nothing has changed. Msidanganywe na hiyo, that's silent. I mean we can only hope abductions hazitakuwa na ni kitu itakuwa like in our past and we'll never hear about because it's very unfair. That's the only hope. And I mean for our case, I mean definitely we are just here to seek justice for ourselves, but we are very aware it's not about the four of us. We are representing, even now for my industry, I'm representing, I always say I represent all the filmmakers, because next time is someone else and I may do doc flani
plus other content creators
and content creators, everyone. So I'm happy kukua in this platform yenye na represent all of these guys. And yeah man, I just hope iende poa. But at the end of the day I feel kunafaa kuwa na a lesson. Juu kusipokuwa na lesson, then next year utakuwa na host mse mwingine amefanywa the same thing kasi. Yes. So lazima kuwe na literally a lesson. That's the only way wasa watalan.
Okay. Nafilaje freedom of expression in this country?
I think it's getting to a point whereby it is being challenged by people who don't understand the constitution. And with time, I think many Kenyans are getting to learn how important this constitution is. Kakuna time yote I've ever been proud to be a Kenyan lawyer is the last 2 years. The amount of education Kenyans are getting from just reading that document is beautiful. So I think we're realizing that the people shall, the power is with the people, and with time, kawa unajoini karao, and you've done something illegal against a citizen, trust you me, you'll end up being sued personally. Ask the few people who have put on the stand, they'll tell you.
Okay, hii swali sikuwa nimeplan kuuliza, but I have to ask you. I remember I was reacting to the video where the cop who's accused of shooting Rex Masai went on the stand and denied that the person in the video was not him, while you could clearly see kani kamak kwa sura iko, kani what kwa sura iko. And then I was there asking, like, are there any perjury laws in Kenya?
Yes, there are.
Kijipaja. And how can that be pursued? Like now, if we eventually find out that the guy is guilty, let's say, yes, can we then go back and be like, since uko guilty, hii time ulijipaja, ama tutakuwa like, since ulikuwa najitetea, that's why you denied it was not you?
There is, anytime I cross-examine, I usually start by making sure you know what perjury is.
Okay.
Section 107 of the Penal Code. The penal for perjury is 7 years. That's why you found Safaricom alisema ukweli. Because ideally, it just takes me to prove by showing to the court there is no court order. So he avoided perjury. He saved himself for that. So there is that. So kwanza nilikuwa Central Police Station about 2 weeks ago. Nilikuwa nafuatilia kitu ingine. Niko na msa amenipita hapo. Nilikuwa nangoja hapo kwa waiting. Kuna kakiti hapo. Ofisi ya OCS iko hapa. Nilikuwa nimeketi hapa. Nilikuwa nafuatilia hii kesi ya Kaleborem. So nikiwa hapa niko na ukara wakiingia. Kakofia. Save regalia. Finally the rage bana, but either way you're deemed innocent until proven guilty. And we're just waiting for the court to make the decision. So anyway,
so ukiwa hapa ukuangalia ukuliza ofisi ya Talami liko wapi?
Talami
iko ndani.
Nikatumia message kwa the advocates usually do this public interest matters when nikamwambia guys, you won't believe who just walked in front of me. Like that's about, and that's the beauty of the Constitution. Even despite my feelings, I can't go and vilify you. You're protected from that.
Yes.
But until that court renders that judgment, man.
So he's still on active duty,
He's still, I think so, because alikuwa na duni ni huko. So anyway, I was not privy to that meeting. Nilimwona tu hapo. Kasema okay, liwe liwalo.
Okay. Yeah. But Buddha Jo, shukran sana.
Thank you so much.
Alafu hang in there.
Of course.
Yeah, but nilipoa kujua tuka kina Ian. Yeah. Sasa ujuaga like the first iko nini niko acha nipigie Ian kwanza ndio today. Kunaendaje and hopefully saizi na feeling kama hizo abductions zimeenda chini kidogo ama hizo stories. So hopefully itaendelea hivyo. Although I remember maybe a few weeks back kuna boy nasikia alishikwa na mwili kapatikana. I don't know how if that was politically connected, because unajua sasa shida ya this government has created such a situation that hata ukidie of natural causes
but you're not getting any abduction torture and
and they are the ones who are create your environment, so they have to blame themselves for that. Sindio? So imekuwa ni episode 517. Kama kawaida tukisema like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend, tukimalizia tukisema eko nene.